Today is a great day, and the reason I'm saying that is because we have more Pokemon leaks, may show a classic collection could be making its way over, or this leak could actually be related to Generation 10. It's one of the two, but it is a real leak, and we're gonna cover it all right now. Okay, so first, the Central Leaks posted, we are now just 1 month away from the reveal of Gen X, which I don't know if that means it's actually gonna be called Gen X or if it will be Gen 10. I could totally see them actually calling it Gen X, because I swear every company, whenever they reach 10, they just say X, just to make it cooler. Like we had Fortnite Season X, iPhone X, so Pokemon Gen X could happen. And also, it's kind of funny, Central League is actually using a photo that I made. This is one of my YouTube thumbnails that I made a couple months ago or something like that. And since we are 1 month away from the reveal of Gen X, let me know what you guys are thinking. Are you excited? Let me know all your thoughts, your predictions, what you want to see for that first trailer, because you know I'm gonna go live. You already know I'm waking up early. We're gonna live stream. So if you guys don't mind subscribing to the channel, turning on those post notifications to help me reach my goal of 50k subs, and so you could join me for the Pokemon Presents. Anyways, I just thought that would be fun to mention because Gen X is a month away. I feel like now I'm gonna keep saying Gen X. I keep saying X instead of 10. Crazy, guys. It is crazy. Over here on Twitter, Ball Guy tweeted out Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Green. What could this mean? He is responding to somebody that said, we are a month away from the reveal. Could you drop a new hint? Which is very, very interesting. So I'm assuming this could be relations to Generation 10, or this could just be about Pokemon Day 2026. Now, let me break it down. So obviously Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Green, those are like the first ever Pokemon games to ever come out, right? Everyone is following a classic collection. I've been making a bunch of videos about it. Nintendo is making a bunch of videos about it. Honestly, everybody's been talking about a classic collection because it's like, bro, if they're gonna do it, now is the time. I think that they would release it or announce it soon because it's the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. That's crazy. First of all, Pokemon games on the Switch 2 is among us, bro. We are right here with the Switch 2, and now this would be a great way for them to get some sales. I'm serious, if they drop a classic collection, people are going to be buying a Switch 2 like crazy because you know it's not going to be for the Switch 1. That's just not something that they're going to do. Plus, I'm pretty sure they did announce everything moving forward is going to be Switch 2 exclusive, which I know is pretty sad. It's pretty sad, but this is interesting. So if it is a classic collection, it could be a physical release, which I hope so. I would hope it's honestly more than just Gen 1. No, I would love Gens 1 through 5 the most. I could totally get down with Gen 1 through 3. And if it is just Gen 1 ports, I will still play them. Definitely. Like, I'll still play them, depending on how much they are. They're going to watch them charge like 80 bucks or something crazy like that. I would still be excited. I would still be very excited just to play the originals on the Switch 2. It would be very cool to see. It better not be another remake. If they give us another Gen 1 remake, I'm gonna flip. Because we already have a few Generation 1 remakes. We do not need another remake of Gen 1. If we do get a remake, it better be Gen 5 or even just something, I guess, Gen 2 related, even though I know we already have a Gen 2 remake. I just want to go back to the Johto region somehow, in some way. However, the other side to this, these could be the colors of Generation 10. So, of course, every Pokemon game has a very distinct cover color. Like, box art has a specific color based on, typically it's kind of just based on the legendaries, could be based on the starters. Like in this case, these are based on the starters, blue and green. So a lot of people are like, yo, wait, this could be the colors for Gen 10. One wave could be blue, Pokemon Wave and Wind, because it's actually going to be called Wind and Wave. Pokemon Gen 10, those are the leak names from the Terra leak, which it could change. I don't think it's going to change though. I think the whole storyline that I've covered many, many leaks about the storyline, and just all the information we know about the game. Wind and Wave make total sense and sound awesome. Like, I think those could be some of the coolest Pokemon names ever. In your opinion, what is the best Pokemon name? Bro, honestly, like Diamond, Pearl, Platinum go pretty crazy. Ruby, Sapphire, Crystal, those kind of go crazy as well. So what is your favorite name of a Pokemon generation? And then in that response of like saying, can you drop a new hint? Somebody named Just a Dude said red, green, and that kind of looks grayish. It's kind of, well, Twitter is saying it's a black large square, so that must be the emoji, so it must be black. It looks kind of great. And then Ball Guy just said winky face, which, what the heck? So what we do know is that's another red, which would fit in with red, blue, green, the Generation 1 Pokemon games. But what could black mean? Don't think it's a Gen 5 remake. Of course, black and white, the Pokemon Generation 5 games. I don't think that's what this is referring to. It could be some sort of country, like maybe a country with these colors on their flag. Now, there aren't many countries that actually just have a red, green, and black flag. I'm putting on the screen so you guys could see. I don't know what this could really be inferring, but obviously in my head, I would love a remake or a classic collection. It may be something on the Switch Online though, like they could be just porting Generation 1 like straight up, just like how we have all the other Game Boy games, onto the Switch Online service, and maybe that way Switch 1 users could also play it, because I think if they updated that, Switch 1 would still be able to do that if I'm not mistaken, unless they have it like cross-gen blocked or whatever, so you can only do it on the Switch 2. Now, I wish we had more information, and here's another reason why I think these could actually be just the cover art colors, like the box art covers, is because I feel like blue and green almost as it's a weird combination almost. So why would we just get like blue and green? Like, why would he not just post a picture of Generation 1 or like red, obviously, because that's Charizard, you know, that's like the most popular Pokemon of all time. So it could have been red, blue, yellow, and green. I don't know. I feel like the blue and green is a very specific choice. I don't know if it has anything to do with these specifically being like the Japanese version. Probably not. But you could also see there is gray. I don't know if that has anything to do with the other tweet I was talking about with the red, green, and dark gray / black. But I would love to know, if we did get a classic collection, what would you guys want to see? Like, would you be fine if we just got Generation 1 and then that was it? Would you want to see more than that? I definitely want to see more than just Generation 1. I love Gen 1. I've played it way too many times. I think that's probably my most replayed generation, because, you know, we had all the remakes and stuff, and, you know, back in high school, I would, you know, play it on my phone just in class. So Gen 1 is a great generation. I love Gen 1. I love the Kanto region. And I'm looking at the other guy's page, Just a Dude. This is pretty funny. I literally mentioned Scarlet and Violet 2 the other day. This could happen. I would not be surprised if they dropped Scarlet and Violet 2. They sold well. They sold well enough to where they could totally give us some sort of sequel. Don't think it's gonna happen though, so don't worry. And apparently we also have this, which is a new riddle of Generation 10: bowl, plate, or mug. I don't know if this is real or not, but it's from Hidden Power Podcast. You know, they are pretty reputable and, you know, around in the Pokemon League space, so what the heck could this mean? And I don't know if this is originally from Just a Dude, but it says choose your starter, and it's a bowl and a plate and a mug. This better not be what the starters are based on. Could you guys imagine if we did get a Pokemon trio, starter trio, based on plates and bowls and stuff? I mean, the thing that I could think about is obviously like the types, maybe like water goes into a mug. You eat like grass salad out of a bowl and then fire on a plate. I don't really understand that one, but I just figured I'd mention that. Like I said, it makes no sense to me. But yes, do you guys want to see Classic Collection? I want to see the colors of Gen 10B. I know a lot of people think it could actually be blue, and I think it was like a light yellow. I'm pretty sure, because we saw that color a lot in Scarlet and Violet, and they typically do kind of like hint at the next Pokemon games and stuff like that. I think we also did see blue and yellow kind of a lot in Z8. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this one's kind of weird because it is leak related. Like these are real leaks. We just don't know the meaning of them. So it seems like Ball Guy has been teasing us a lot recently, rather than just like upfront telling us, you know, what's happening. Kind of fun. It's kind of fun to guess. I want to know your thoughts and your theories. Make sure to subscribe, turn on the post notifications if you haven't already. For everyone watching this far in the video, comment down below Storm, just the word Storm. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.